What's up, everybody? It's another episode of D&D. I want to thank y'all for tuning in. Let's get into it. So, as y'all, you just seen, the Detroit Lions just beat the Atlanta Falcons. Am I surprised? Not even a little bit. Really, what I'm surprised about is the fact that Gibbs had more yards than Bijan Robinson, just because, like I've been saying before, even before the draft and everything, that I believe Bijan Robinson was going to be like the best running back since Barry Sanders for real. But in this game, he really didn't show it. But that defense showed out today. So I think I might wear this shirt in my office. So I don't know. Like, Brian Branch coming in, I expected him to have a good game, but I didn't think he was gonna go this well. Aiden Hutchinson was going crazy. You see my dog Tracy Walker, he was trying to go for them interceptions, man. He was playing no games. Everybody was sitting there talking about CJ Gardner Johnson and Tracy Walker gonna have to step up. Y'all forgot. I know a lot of people are happy to have CJ Gardner Johnson, but at the same time, Tracy Walker ain't never been a slouch. And I was super happy to see him back on the field. And when he came in that field, he made some plays today. So I definitely see that being a thing far more often. And he was trying to get that interception, man. That just was crazy. I definitely enjoyed this game, but I didn't even have a chance to drop my previous video, but I end up saying it, if Atlanta can't establish a running game, you're not going to beat Detroit. Like, yes, the Detroit Lions only had one sack between Kansas City and Seattle. So that is really bad when you think about it. But Kansas City and Seattle is not Atlanta. Atlanta is a young team still trying to make it there. Yes, granted they were 2-0, but you also have to look at the teams that they played against. So it took them time to really develop and be where they are right now. So it's all going to take time. It's going hell, Atlanta really is not that bad of a team. Like, so that's one reason why everybody was like, "Oh, it's an easy win. It's an easy win." Like, there is no such thing as easy win. Hell, I'm not sure how this game's going to go today, but even Washington Commanders were 2-0 before, this week. So you can't sit here and say that, oh, this is a better team, because it really is not looking like that. Every week is going to be something different. You can lose on a field goal. You can lose by 1 point. So, what I'm saying? It's who's going to step up, who's going to play the game, who's going to really do it. But the player of this game most definitely has to go to Brian Branch, just having nine tackles definitely made good plays, one-on-one tackling definitely showed itself out. I really kind of want to have a conversation with you though, man, because the mouthpiece is supposed to go in your mouth, not on top of your helmet. But hey, if that's like a good luck charm, please continue to wear it, because you definitely showed out, man. You keep playing like this, you definitely gonna mess around and be defensive rookie of the year. So, I congratulate you on everything that you're doing. I love this team. I love where this team is going. Right now, we are 2-1, so this is just beautiful. I love everything about it. Starting the game off, it really just looked like we were just gonna get kind of slow, get like a real rhythm for real, and you know Gibbs. I don't want to say I want to say this. This is no slight on Gibbs. It's no slight on Gibbs at all. You can even check out the last things that I posted. I definitely see Gibbs, given the right opportunity. Gibbs is going to be offensive rookie of the year, hands down. You got to beat out quarterbacks, of course, because quarterbacks get it a lot. But you, he can definitely get it. But the thing is, he's not Monty. You know what I'm saying? He's not David Montgomery, for the people that don't know who Monty is. He's not one of the players that could just, oh, let me just hold the ball and bulldoze through this person. He's not that type of person. He's not that type of athletic. He's not that type of player. I'm not athletic. He's not that type of player at this very moment. He's more the type of player that he's going to beat you on the route. He's going to juke you out. He's very agile. He's very versatile. That's the type of player that he is, which is why him and Monty gave you the best of both worlds. But until Monty comes back, you really got to you know, use Gibbs in that kind of form. But it's working and it's not. But they're gonna get it all together. This game I thought was going to be very horrible, just because the offensive line kept going down. I pray that they get better. And the thing that was getting ready to shoot us in the foot was the fact that you had over 100 yards and penalties just really from the offensive line. Like, that was ridiculous. That's definitely something you got to clean up on. That's definitely something I'm pretty sure Dan Campbell is going to sit there and talk about, because that was something that has to be addressed. You don't want to be that person when it's at a tight game and then you just shooting yourself in the foot because you making, mistake after mistake after mistake. It was way too many holding penalties. It was chop block, Penny Sewell is a dog. I love everything about this guy, but you got to calm down from time to time because you definitely were sitting there dragging it. If they didn't hit the ground, then you probably wouldn't have noticed it. But they say Louis Riddick says it himself. He says people are being held every play. So that's not a thing. He was like, the thing is when you can hold it and it's obvious, it's when you mess it up. The thing is you were grabbing and throwing him in the ground. So of course that's going to be obvious. So that's just something that just have to clean up on. But all in all, this game was wonderful to watch. I enjoyed it. It wasn't as hype as last week when they played Seattle, but I know that game was a revenge game because that was one of those. How the heck did y'all make the playoffs and we didn't? So we're gonna try to play y'all. But Seattle just mess around being a better team. So can't really, be upset about that. But this week, the Lions are better than Atlanta. But like I said before, if they didn't stop the run game, then Atlanta was going to just run over them like Carolina did last year. But they were able to stop the run, have a whole bunch of sacks, man. Aiden Hutchinson, Brian Branch, my dog Tracy Walker coming in. They did their thing, man. This game was definitely about defense. So I enjoyed everything, man. Now, really, something I want to I want to ask something about, you know, St. Brown definitely did his thing. Khalif Raymond's looking really good, but I think it's kind of getting to that point where if people don't believe in JMO, which I still do, so I'm not going to sit here and say that he's a slouch, then y'all got to go figure something out because this offense they always say is really good, but you need more than just two people. Sometimes you need three. Hell, go even look at the Chargers. Their offense is perfect when it comes to that. You have multiple options. With the Lions, yeah, Stanley Porter did good first touchdown of his career. So I'm not going to take away from him, but you can see that they were trying to contain him as best they can. So you got to have more options to do it. So y'all say if Shamo isn't the answer, hey, y'all better be calling sense. You're trying to get T Higgins over here because you can pick him up. You probably don't even got to trade him much because of the simple fact that you're going to have to pay this guy at the end of the year. So this was a good game, as I said, man. Detroit Lions ended up beating Atlanta. They scored no touchdowns for 2 field goals. I love this game, man. The defense definitely picked it up. My dog Tracy Walker was trying to get them interceptions, baby. He was playing no games. But I definitely enjoyed Brian Branch. He was definitely a player of this game, in my personal opinion. But, let's go see what's happening this Thursday. The Lions play the Packers. The Packers, I don't believe in Jordan Love, but at the same time, just because Jordan Love is having these bad games against these teams doesn't mean that he's going to have a bad games against the Lions. But we're going to see what happens, man. But what y'all think, man? Like I say, every time I got a comment section, man, I would love for y'all feedback. I love to comment. I love this conversation. I love talking about sports, man. But I want to thank y'all for tuning in, man. It's another episode of Dinner and D, man. Like and subscribe. Thank God Almighty, like subscribe. Peace, y'all.